Welcome to our special edition of the EVS Rundown. Today we are going to talk about Theatre by the Bay's 2013 season.
I hope to have the most fun ever in the theater this year.
Indeed, this season is going to be loaded with fun. For our first two shows, we will not be inside the EVS at all. Between June 19th and 30th, 2013, Theatre by the Bay presents the 9 Mile Portage. This production will be a walk along Barrie's waterfront. This show was developed by Alex Dault. Tickets for this event are $25 for regular performances, $35 for the barbecue and fire truck nights, and $100 for the opening night performance. I shall read a short synopsis about this walk in the park.
Okay, read away.
This June, join us on a journey into the city of Barrie's mysterious past. 9 Mile Portage is a collective creation performance of song, story and movement developed over the course of the winter by 5 artists commissioned by Theatre by the Bay. Led by a guide, audiences will follow Barrie's Lakeshore Trail from St. Vincent Park to downtown Heritage Park. Along the way, audiences will witness and experience music and vividly enacted moments from Barrie's history, beginning from its ignoble origins as the eastern terminus of an Indian portage.
That sounds great. I would like to take a walk along Barrie's waterfront.
For those who like to see a piece of Shakespearean EVS in the park, you are in for a treat. Between July 8th and 26th, 2013, Theatre by the Bay's Intermediate Company presents Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare, 50s style at Barrie's Heritage Park. Directed by Alex Dault. Tickets are $12 plus the HST.
Remember that there are going to be cars in this show. Where is Heritage Park located? People across Federation space may not know where it is.
Speaking of cars, Romeo and Juliet is proudly sponsored by Barrie Ford. Heritage Park is located at the foot of Mulcaster and Simcoe Street. I shall now read you a short synopsis about the show.
Okay, read away.
Romeo and Juliet tells the tragic tale of two star-crossed lovers, each hailing from families with long-held feuds against one another. The bitter grudge between the Montagues and the Capulets runs deep and fierce, but when Romeo Montague crosses paths with Juliet Capulet, love blossoms immediately. In order to be together, the two lovers must risk everything, including their own lives. Romeo and Juliet will be performed under the stars at Heritage Park, Barrie, Ontario.
Sounds like a great piece of outdoor EVS. I cannot wait to see Romeo and Juliet drive around in their cars. Let's get to the ticket information.
Now let's take some time to purchase our tickets for the 9 Mile Portage and Romeo and Juliet. Tickets can be purchased for both of these shows by calling Theatre by the Bay's office at 705-735-9243. For full details, you can log on to www.theatrebythebay.com. I will post the details in the description box below the video screen. Let's move to the second half of the rundown.
Sounds great. I remember that Crazy for You and Much Ado About Nothing are happening within the walls of the Meade Center for the Performing Arts.
Of course, Theatre by the Bay will be moving into the Meade Center for the month of August. Between August 8th and 20th, Theatre by the Bay's main company presents the Tony Award-winning Gershwin musical, Crazy for You. This musical is proudly sponsored by TD Canada Trust. Music and lyrics by George Gershwin and Ira Gershwin. Book by Ken Ludwig, co-conception by Ken Ludwig and Mike Ockrent, originally produced on Broadway by Rogers Horto and Elizabeth Williams, and directed by Melissa Jane Shaw. Tickets for Crazy for You are $25 plus the HST. For the adults and the students and seniors are $23 plus the HST. I will now read a short synopsis about this Gershwin musical.
Okay, read away.
Crazy for You is the story of Bobby Child, a well-to-do 1930s playboy, whose dream in life is to dance, despite the serious efforts of his mother and soon-to-be ex-fiancé. Chock full of memorable Gershwin tunes including I Got Rhythm, They Can Take That Away From Me, Nice work if you can get it. I can't be bothered now. Biding my time. Naughty baby, but not for me. Embraceable you. And someone to watch over me. It's a high-energy comedy which includes mistaken identity, plot twists, fabulous dance numbers and classic Gershwin music.
Sounds like a great show. I remember the radio advertisements back in 1994 said that I will have the most fun ever in the theater.
I agree with you. You will be singing and dancing with those songs stuck in your head as you leave the EVS. Now, last but not least, for the kids and the fans of the Robert Munsch books, you will be in for a treat when you visit the Media Center in August. Between August 19th and 31st, Theatre by the Bay's Young Company presents Munsch Ado About Nothing. This show is based on the stories of Robert Munsch, adapted by Debbie Patterson, and directed by Ryan LaPlante. Tickets are only $8 plus the HST. I will now read a short synopsis about this children's performance.
Okay, read away.
Based on the stories of Robert Munsch, this fun, wacky and slightly irreverent play takes us on a crazy trip through the outrageous stories of one of Canada's best-loved authors. This one-hour adventure, suitable for the entire family, includes singing, dancing, audience participation and of course some great stories. This production is suitable for ages 3 years and up. You can meet and greet with the cast after the show in the lower lobby of the EVS.
That sounds great. I love to meet the cast of a show. Many shows the cast will vanish through a network of secret passages. These passages link the theater's backstage to a nearby subway station. Actors will use these passageways to quickly leave a theater without being seen by the public and the paparazzi.
Indeed, there is a rumor that theaters are connected to subway stations. We do not have to worry about this happening at the Media. Now let's review the ticket information. If you like to purchase tickets for the 9 Mile Portage or Romeo and Juliet, you can purchase your ticket by phone by calling the Theatre by the Bay office at 705-735-9243.
Can I log on to the theaters.barrie.ca webpage or call the Uptown box office if I want to purchase tickets for Crazy for You?
Indeed, if you are purchasing tickets to see Crazy for You or Munsch Ado About Nothing, you can purchase your tickets at theaters.barrie.ca or call the Uptown box office at 705-739-4228.
Great. That is easy.
Us robots love to keep everyone across the UMN aware of what's happening at our local theater.
Theatre by the Bay is having a great season for summer EVS. Can you tell everyone where the Media Center is?
For those who are watching Crazy for You or Munsch Ado About Nothing, the Media Center is located at 1 Dunlop Street West, Barrie, Ontario. If you like to buy tickets to see Crazy for You or Munsch Ado About Nothing, you can order your tickets online at theaters.barrie.ca. Or call the Uptown box office at 705-739-4228. All online orders are subject to a service charge. Do not forget you can purchase your tickets in person at the Uptown box office, within the walls of the Media Center.
Great information. We should go to the EVS more often.
This now concludes our special rundown for the Theatre by the Bay 2013 season. You can find the full details about all 4 shows at www.theatrebythebay.com. I will now post the information and details in the description box below the video screen. Robots out, Barrie, Ontario.